I'm Beverly, the Museum Assistant here at the Sutliff, and welcome back to our Victorian Medicine series, A Million Ways to Die in the 19th Century. As we've been focusing on some of the more unusual killers of the era, I want to talk about some of the more domestic side of things. We know that diseases and illnesses can often affect the way we live and even how we dress, and that was no different during the Victorian era. In that case, however, the aesthetics of tuberculosis greatly influenced what was fashionable, more so during the mid-1800s than at other points during the period. One major component of dresses at the time is how they fit. The Scarlett O'Hara style dresses of the mid-1800s with their big skirts and tiny corsets and waists drew attention to the smallness of the waist, emphasizing the sort of wasting look brought on by consumption, and later dresses, moving closer into the 20th century, still emphasized the smallness of the waist in their designs, even if the skirts weren't as big. Tuberculosis can cause major weight loss and a loss of appetite in the affected, bringing on this sort of wasting appearance, but it was considered attractive at the time. Also at the time, women desired the light pale skin with pink cheeks, red lips, and dilated sparkling eyes, all of which happen to be symptoms of a low-grade fever, something that might come along with having tuberculosis. A pale complexion was more achievable for middle and upper class women who didn't have to work outside in the sun. Apart from not having to work outside in the sun, women also had their tricks for getting the desired look. Now, makeup certainly existed during the Victorian era, but it was often associated with actresses and prostitutes who probably didn't actually wear it all that much anyway, but that association meant that if one wanted to come across as a lady, she had to make it look like she was wearing as little makeup as possible. The no makeup look isn't a new trend by any stretch. I can talk more about secret makeup and some of the more affordable at-home versions some women made in a later video, but for now, I want to talk about everyone's favorite makeup ingredient to make skin paler: lead. So the use of lead makeup can be traced back throughout history, especially as a means of making one's skin paler or even using it to cover up blemishes. Elizabeth I famously used it to cover her smallpox scars, and we can trace similar uses of lead clear back to the Roman Empire. There were, however, problems with using lead on your skin in any sort of frequency or, well, really at all. So the desire for pale skin set women on a path to lead poisoning and its well-known symptom, lead palsy, what we would call wrist drop or radial nerve palsy today. This symptom is often characterized by temporary loss of full use of the hand and the wrist. And another deadly ingredient, later in the 19th century, American women turned to arsenic wafers to rid their skin of blemishes, despite knowing the serious risks consuming arsenic posed. Perhaps they thought maybe a little wouldn't hurt that much and the results would be worth the suffering. Beauty is pain, as the saying goes. And these treatments were so common that you could buy arsenic wafers from Sears and Roebuck. In addition to finding ways to make themselves look paler, women also sought this sort of a translucent look brought on by tuberculosis. Now, the arsenic wafers could help with that appearance immensely, but some women also turned to indigo and blue pigments to paint veins on their exposed skin, giving the impression that you could see through their skin, which apparently was a desirable look at the time. This was before tanning was popular, you know. Thanks for watching. Call or email us if you have any questions, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on social media at the Sutliff Museum for more facts about the abolitionist movement, the Victorian era, and of course, the Sutliff family.